everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the LEGO Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone set, as well as its expansion pack by Toaster Girl. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. The first piece of the LEGO Ideas Sonic set is this palm tree. I really like how it looks. It's built pretty well. There's a lot of these shield pieces on top that are angled, resemble leaves. They're really nicely done. The whole trunk looks great, as well as this piece over here. This special printed piece looks really like the games, all 8-bit and wonderful, with some nice little sort of checkerboard pattern over here, and some little prongs for the other side of the piece. So let's take a look at the next. This bridge piece is magnificent. I love how it looks. It's very well detailed and it's just really nice. You can roll these a little bit kind of, as well as just bask in the glory of the wonderful water down here with a few waves here and there, as well as some blue and kind of teal-ish bricks to emphasize the types of water being used, going from darker to lighter to even translucent. Really wonderful looking. We also have the checkpoint over here. You can flip from red to blue when Sonic shows up and hits it. There's also a few rings over here. You can move a little bit and they attach to the back very well and just looks so nice. But there's more prongs over here you can attach to other stuff. Like the centerpiece of this set, the loop. The loop is so wonderfully done. I really like how this looks. We have some more of those 8-bit grass pieces down here, as well as some blue for some reason over there. But I really like the use of stickers. They're very well done, even if they are stickers. You LEGO fans know what I'm talking about. But the loop is so wonderfully done. You go all the way around and down, and it's just so nice. I love it. Also on the top, we have a floating platform, as well as some translucent pieces, and we have two monitors, the speed shoe monitor and the invincible monitor, looking really nice. On the back, it even works out with the checkerboard pattern down here, as well as throughout on the back. This is such a nice piece and one of the better parts of this set. And the final landmass is a slope leading to a spring. You can actually press it down a little bit and it works out really well, or at least push it up some. It's really great. You can even spin it too. We also have 3 rings up here, as well as a flower that's very nicely detailed. It's really well done. Checkerboard pattern is great throughout and just looks awesome. I love this whole thing. It's super cool. As far as putting them together goes, it's very simple. Just press, press, and press. And there's also some more pegs over here. Maybe a future installment. Who knows? But it looks really great. As far as minifigures goes, here's Sonic with all the Chaos Emeralds, as well as a ring. I really like how the ring looks. It's very cute. I think it's an inner tube, life float kind of thing. Putting that aside though, let's check out Sonic. He looks great and wonderful. I really love how this figure is. He has his little spikes in the back. He looks wonderful. I love the sort of circle used for his stomach, as well as the double-toned shoes that have the buckle. That's really great. Nice little detail over there. His arms are tan as well. And he has good articulation also on this head. It's super nice, going up and back and going up and back, as well as swiveling over here for each hand. And that's really nice. And doing the splits over here, doing the splits over there. And that's basically all you get with this LEGO Sonic. But the head sculpt is very well done, as well as Sonic and his Chaos Emeralds. Excellent. The Moto Bug looks wonderful. I love how this character is. It's very cute, kind of derpy, but very well done. I really love the shell. Goes around very nicely. You can also turn these arms a little bit, sort of all the way back, and have them fall off if you wish. These horns can swivel a tiny bit too, as well as the other arm moving a little bit as well. It looks nice, and these little turbines in the back are really sweet. It's a very well done version of this little character. To me though, the crab meat is more impressive. This figure is great. The eyes are really well done, as well as these movable claws are so cool, and the sort of look of the feet, or legs at least, are really great. I love how this thing moves and looks. It even has a little sort of translucent part down here to make it look like it's moving on its own. Really great. This is just awesome. But what is the final character in this set? Stay tuned for that and more level expansion DLC by set designer Toaster Girl right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. This is one copy of the Sonic Ideas LEGO set. In order to add the DLC, you have to buy a second set, and also take apart each landmass, piece by piece. The first piece of LEGO Ideas Sonic Set DLC by Toaster Girl is this ledge over here that you usually see in the beginning of the levels, usually with a 10 ring at top to get some rings for yourself, as well as this weird statue. Not sure what it is, but it appears in the games. It looks really cool. We also have those 8-bit grass pieces as well, and it also adheres to the cross-hatching as well as the checkerboard pattern over here, looking really great, with a little bit of 3D in the back, looking awesome. This is a nice addition so far. After the bridge section would be this innocuous piece of land, if not for for these spikes. This is the first sort of larger hazard that Sonic would face in the games. I really love how this looks. It's these kind of little sort of blaster pieces that are arrayed in a way that don't look like them, but look more like spikes. It's very great from this angle. We also have that same flower in the back, looking wonderful as always, and the checkerboard pattern throughout. This is just so cool. And one of the larger highlights of this expansion are the bigger pieces, such as this double ramp leading up to a palm tree that has a new piece over here, looking really great, as well as this item monitor on the tree that holds a shield, very well done, and this pink little rock that Sonic can push. And here's my idea where this comes in. Sonic pushes the rock and it leads to this life monitor that I placed here, looking great, as well as these 3 rings leading from the bridge area, as well as that spike pit from earlier, looking awesome in all angles for this. The checkerboard pattern is excellent. I just love how this piece looks. And the final expansion pack piece is this over here. This outcropping looks really nice as well. I did make it so it kind of angled into the outcropping because I couldn't make it go out. I needed more of these checkerboard pieces that I wanted to display throughout the entire set to make it look like it was one large uninterrupted checkerboard pattern, which works out pretty well here. I do like how this looks. I even added another checkpoint for what is going to be over here. At least it's Sonic Will Battle. Let's check that out in a little bit. New badniks include this buzz bomber that is really nicely made. I love how this thing looks. It is attached to a piece that goes onto the back of the set and does look awesome. Really cool. These little jets are really great. These little turbine looking things. The wings are wonderful too, using those floating pieces from the floating piece of island above the loop. And the second face for the Moto Bug is pretty neat. Yes, you can change the face of the Moto Bug from this to this, but I do like this one. Looks a little more menacing and scary, and the stinger is great too. My only issue is if you touch it, it falls apart, so be careful with that, but you can't deny how great this Buzz Bomber looks. Next up on the badnik list is this chopper. It's very cute and very small, also really nicely built too. I love how this thing is done. The fins are really cool, as well as the top and the side fins are all done in silver, and the front looks really nice as well. The eyeball is really cute, reused from the crab meat, and just such a nice piece. It even uses pieces from the crab meat. Kind of weird, but pretty cool. They're both aquatic anyways. And the final badnik isn't even from Sonic 1. It is the Egg Robo from Sonic and Knuckles. A very nice piece over here, looking really great. Little jetpack on the back too, with some little thruster over there. Some really spindly tiny legs with some little feet that are very cute and can move around a bit, as well as the arms that can move up and down and swivel a little bit up and down, as well as twist at the wrist, and the gun can also twist over here. Is really nice. The head can also twist a little bit. Just watch out for this little blaster piece falling off the jetpack in the back. Putting that back, it's really nice and a super great surprise for someone who loves this badnik so much. And we'll be taking a look at the final piece of the original set, as well as the expansion set, Dr. Eggman and his Eggmobile, right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Here is Dr. Eggman in his Eggmobile from the original set. I love how this thing looks. The Eggmobile is so cool. It's just a great piece over here. We have a lot of nice hallmarks to this, but let's take a look at the Doctor first. This Dr. Eggman is redesigned from the original set and looks awesome. I do love how he looks. He's basically the Egg Robo, except a little beefier and way cooler. He does have a similar articulation to that piece, and it's just great over here. His face is also well done and redone a little bit at least. The mustache curves down in this iteration instead of curving outwards, and it's so much better and looks great. This head print is really nice too, showing off his eyes, and it's just awesome. The legs do swivel a little bit and don't really move that much at all, but you don't really need to when he's in his Eggmobile. So let's check that out right now. The Eggmobile is a really great piece. I love how it looks. It has sort of a headlight in the front and more vents on the side, an arrow going forward, and that sort of danger construction zone kind of pattern. We have a sort of outcropping, as well as a little sort of kind of not a flame piece, but just this part over here, looking really great. We also have another construction arrow, as well as another vent over here, some wings on the sides at least, a little control panel, as well as some sort of lights in the front, looking nice, as well as a very small, admittedly, kind of floating device over here, at least what Lego can provide. But in this case, it looks great. But let's check it out when redone by Toaster Girl and myself. Fitting Eggman in the cockpit is pretty simple. There is a little notch as well as a peg down here, place the notch into the peg, and he sits pretty comfortably. It works out very well and is super nice for this character and set. His arms can go up and be all mad at Sonic, or mad that he hurt the Eggmobile, and this guy is huge in this thing, by the way. He sticks out like a sore thumb. And here's the Eggmobile compared to Sonic himself, but he can easily jump and just destroy Eggman this way. Let's make that better, shall we? Put it in Eggman's favor, if you will. And here is Eggman with an extended height. I really think this looks much better. Sonic really can't reach him that well, and he'll have an even tougher time than what I have in store for him, what I've personally made for this set that I don't think anyone really has made before. The first video game boss I ever fought against, I believe, in my entire life was the Wrecking Ball boss, the Egg Wrecker from Sonic 1. Having a lot of extra pieces, especially these brown parts, these large plates, made me think I could do something more with it. And after a lot of thought and placement of bricks, I came upon this design. It doesn't look as great as it probably should or would, but I did try to make some kind of slope and curvature to it, even though it was a flat piece. And I also tried to adhere to that kind of checkerboard texture the rest of the set has, as well as the Egg Wrecker Wrecking Ball has as well. It can even swing from side to side a little bit using this ratchet piece and looks really nice as well. It can also swivel a little bit too if you wanted to show it from the other side, and it also swings back and forth a little bit by one notch, but it allows for a 3D effect. Using the Egg Wrecker in this way allows you to take Sonic out. As far as combining the expansion pack as well as the set together, placing these together as well as the bridge piece makes for the first part of the set. Attaching this spike portion as well as the double ramp portion to this set makes it look even cooler. Afterwards, attaching this loop-de-loop to this ramp portion. Expanding beyond the boundaries of my review area, we also have this spring over here as well as this final checkpoint slotted into there. The complete set looks even better than the original, but there is something missing. The original set as well as the redesign does include this bottom black border you can place throughout. Placing it is pretty easy, putting it on the bottom over here, fitting quite well and working out very nicely. And then this piece, placing this over here underneath that extra life, moving it throughout and pushing it in so it does fit. It may be a little bit hard if you're not on an actually flat, sturdy surface like mine, but it will work if you press it in with enough force, gumption, gusto, and bravado. It works out very well for the front as well. Attaching the backside is pretty simple, though you do have to probably lose a couple parts when you're trying to do it. Just be careful when placing it all together and pushing it all in. You may actually lose those save points and checkpoints, so just be careful. You also will notice, though, when placing these in, there are some pieces that aren't filled in all the way. When trying to push this in on a steady surface, just be careful to not lose the entire front part of the bridge, as well as some of these save point pieces. They are really difficult to place on when you aren't on a sturdy surface. And as far as placing the rest goes, you can put the Motobug right over here for a little bit of thrill as Sonic enters the level. 3 rings on the back of the set to complement these rings, basically an arc jumping into this. Maybe you can roll into this piece, jump over and hit the checkpoint to make it blue. That would be a sight to see. The Buzz Bomber is guarding that pink rock that leads to an extra life. Just be careful when putting on the back of the set, but also when contending with it to get that extra life. And on top of this loop, I've moved these monitor pieces to one side and this floating piece to another for slightly more consistency and better looks, at least. And I've also attached more rings to the top of this floating platform. Can you get them all? Essentially meaning you would either loop-de-loop throughout and then go up to the spring, use the spring to get these rings, hit this, hit that, get the rings, and then run to the goal. But the goal is not so easily achieved when you have Eggman trying to stop you with his Egg Wrecker. It's a good thing you have a checkpoint to retry the fight just in case you lose. And as far as placing a few more badniks, I have the chopper on top of the bridge as well as the crab meat on top of this loop from the back, so you just roll into him. With the Egg Robo being at the top of this section, making for a nasty surprise. And finally, placing Sonic at the start of the level leads for some very fun LEGO gameplay. Overall, the ultimate supersonic speed build. Sonic the Hedgehog Hedgehog and Lego are basically a match made on Angel Island. The blocky 8-bit aesthetic of Green Hill Zone as well as Lego fit together perfectly. I love how well Toaster Girl as well as Lego combine their efforts to make not only one of the best Lego sets I've built in years, but also one of the best expansion packs to a Lego set unofficially built in my eyes. The bridge is perfect, the loop is excellent, I love that pink rock you can move to get the extra life, and the Eggmobile is chef's kiss. The Lego Sonic the Hedgehog was really great to see, especially updated from its Lego Dimensions counterpart. And collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds while you built the set was a nice touch as well. The Badniks here even beat the official Lego Badniks. I don't have any of the other Lego sets, this one is enough for me. I especially like the Buzz Bomber and Egg Robo, they look great. And I'm really glad to expand my creativity and add not only that life monitor underneath the pink rock, but also the Eggmobile's Wrecking Ball. It really was fun to build as well as a great challenge. If you are a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, you probably already have this set, but if not, you may have not heard of this expansion pack or even have this set at all. I highly recommend seeking out multiple sets of this just to build that extra expansion pack piece. It really fleshes the original set out. And special thanks to Toaster Girl for making this expansion pack in the first place. I probably wouldn't have gotten the original set if it weren't for that. But make no mistake, Sega as well as Lego knew what they were doing when they built the Eggmobile, for it really is just a giant toaster. So which landmass or island or module at least is your favorite in this set? Let me know in the comments. And also, which Badnik is your favorite, or is it the Eggmobile? Let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.